Yeah, I went to Catholic school growing up. Half the time it was like I was being forced to go to mass or forced to pray first thing in the morning. I didn't hate it or like dislike it, but I just it was just routine. When I was 15, I had found out my dad was diagnosed with dementia. There was just a day where they said my dad had to go to the hospital just to check on some things. He's only supposed to be there for a week or two at most. But after that day, he never came back home. He wasn't able to. I'd say I didn't really understand the implications of it at the time, and I didn't want to face the truth. I didn't want to think about how bad this could go or what this could mean. I first came to church through Risen Camp. I was invited by my friend. I looked at the videos and I was like, this looks like everything that I am not. So I said no, but he asked me again the next year. I only went because I saw they were doing bubble soccer. I think by my third or fourth camp, at the end of the service, when the person speaking asked people to raise their hands if they wanted to give their life to Jesus, I think it was after a really good message that really spoke to me, and I raised my hand and I went to the front and I was prayed over, and I don't think I knew it then, but that was when the change had really started. When I was in grade 12, it was around January of that school year, unfortunately I found out that my dad had passed, and it felt like my life was just completely falling apart. And I think I tried for a while to appear outwardly like everything was fine. I would, even going to Risen, I would just act like everything's okay. But there was a night where I was feeling absolutely terrible. But it was a Risen night. I'm gonna go. I almost feel like I need to go. During the after party, I had a moment of just one-on-one chat with one of my Risen leaders. I just told him about everything that I'd been going through and that how I felt like I had to hold it all in and I had to deal with it myself. And he sat there and he listened and he just said, I love you and I care about you. I'm here for you. I think it was around after I opened up to my leader that I think that's when I just noticed that the messages really started speaking to me. There was messages that were straight up just about dealing with grief, how to just bring Jesus more into my life, help me depend on him more for my struggles. After all that had happened, definitely looked to God out of desperation. I wasn't sure where else to look, so I turned to God, and I found that the more that I learned about him, the more issues in my life I was starting to find more peace in. I think that I finally found how to heal and how to grow and how to better myself as a person, and it's with the church and it's with God. I'd say my life now is it's a complete opposite of how I used to feel. I'm just so much happier all the time. I know that when issues come up, or especially when there's something that I can't control, I know I can look to God and I can pray to him for help or for comfort. I think what has led to me being baptized is just this finalization of what has felt like such a long journey of ups and downs, and now I'm finally feeling like I'm coming out on top of it, and I can happily look ahead knowing that there's more for me in my relationship with God. I just can't wait to grow in my faith.